we get to the sweet part, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Kick, ball change, triple step, 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 triple step, kick, ball change, triple step.
But you can always replace a rock step, even when you're doing regular 6 counts and stuff. So we could be sitting here doing a 6 count, triple step, kick, ball change, triple step, to replace a rock step, unless you are side by side.
Yeah, that gets kind of awkward.
So a kick ball change, let's talk about that. Kick ball changes are exactly what they sound like. Donna, Joe, maybe have to come over there.
Don't
I can imagine you when you were in school.
Don't make sure.
We're going to have a kick ball change as a kick ball change. So it's kick, which is like a little, it can be a stuff on the ground, it can be a little kick, it can be a variety of things, sort of depending on the tempo and the music and what it calls for. But basically it's a small kick, and then it's the ball of the foot coming down, and then the weight change. Boop. Now with the weight change, you don't want to go, the head should not come up and down, right? So it's just, basically it's a kick, step, step. And the knees absorb the bounce in there. So it's not going to be kick, step, step. It's just going to be kick, step, step. Kick, step, step. Scuff, step, step. Kick, step, step. So let's just do that about a million times.
And I tend to kick with my heel to kind of like,
It's all style,
yeah, but it's done.
It's not, yeah, we're not doing big kicks. This is a small, we're kicking towards just the ground. It could be a stuff, it could just be a little kick. You can say you can stuff your heel if you want to, but basically it is small because it's taking out the time of a rock step, which is basically 1, 2. So it's 1, 2.
Now for this one, for the leads, we're going to be using our left foot. For the kick, we may be getting into kicking with both of our feet eventually, but for the moment,
And it follows to it. We want to kind of get used to doing this with either foot, right? But right now, just focus on the 1 foot. So what we're going to do is we're going to face our partner, and we're going to do a triple step. We're going to go triple step, kick, ball change. And then we'll do that over and over again. Okay?
Can you do it one more time, please?
Sure. Triple step, kick, ball change.
so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's each of the
It's
steps.
syncopated, like a triple is syncopated.
Right, everything is syncopated here.
Usually rock steps are not syncopated, you just step, step. This is now syncopated like a triple or kick, step, step. All right, let's do it a million times. Or maybe 500.
Hello, darling. Hello,
The thing
darling.
about adding a kickball change on the end of your swing out is that it kind of creates a moment where you kind of feel like you're falling back towards your partner sometimes a little bit. At least for me. Or I'll explain what I mean here. So rock, step, trip, step, 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 trip, step, kick, ball change. And so
That's actually a nice way to go right into the nice swing out.
Right.
You can actually step forward.
So when I kick ball change, I actually when I'm doing it as part of a swing out, I kick cross step. What? Yes. So like instead of it being kick step step, it's kick cross step.
But what's pulling her forward?
So in this
You're doing
instance,
a pull without.
I'm pulling with my arm here a little bit, and I'm keeping the hand low. So like I'm going to remove Stu from here for a minute, and I'm basically like bringing my arm in low, kick, and I'm pulling this hand to this head, kick, step, step here, because then when the triple step, I'm going to be here, and kind of with her facing here. So 2 things are happening. I'm kicking cross stepping, and then while that's happening, I'm pulling this arm in. But really kind of what's happening is,
Could we just triple in place first?
Huh?
Could we just triple in place and then kind of add that to keep going? So right now, we would just do a swing out and then.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway.
This is a more advanced version of like we're going to be going into swing out into swing out. If we're just doing it as part of like our ending, triple step, kick, ball change. And then we're just hanging out here.
Let's do that again.
Yeah. So
5, 6, 7 in, rock step, triple step, triple step, kick, ball change. So see, you can just do a quick kick, ball change instead of a rock step or a slower.
Right. If I wanted to turn this into a chain of swing outs, Then I would do the thing I just showed, which is rock, step, triple step, 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 triple step, kick, cross step, triple step, 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 triple
Those are
step.
changes for me, it's just that I was brought forward. Okay, so you have a kickball change. We highly recommend you do it all over the place. When you do the beginner sequence. Deep to deep, 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 kickball change. Deep to deep, deep to deep, kickball change. Deep to deep to deep, not here, not in a closed position. Deep to deep, kickball change. So wherever, just throw a kickball change in, like overdo it to start with to get some muscle memory for it.
So if we want to chain these, okay, as part of like a swing out into a swing out like we just practiced, then we're going to do the kickball changes the lead a little differently. All right, and that's going to be rock, step, triple step, 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 triple step, kickball cross, triple step, 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 triple step. Okay, so it's instead of just being kickball change and we keep our right foot in the rear, we're going to kickball cross. Okay, so that we're crossing over, and and then that's going to bring us around into the triple step.
Let's just do that. Let's do this. So leads follow Andrew, and follows, we're doing this too. We're going kick, step, cross.
Right. So
Because we actually need to move forward slightly as we're being brought forward.
And
we kind of automatically do it.
the leads, you're going to be bringing your left arm basically to your right hip as you're doing this. So like think of it like not so much that you're collapsing your right arm as almost like you're running into it a little bit. Like if you kind of see like my hand keeps its position relative to the floor.
Before we do a little part here, we're going to do it in place. So everybody in place, right from here, we're going to go kick, step, cross. Yeah, here's the turn, right? 5.
I'm bringing my left hand to my right hip, but then my right hand is going to be kick, step, cross.
We're going to go.
Well, you're bringing your left hand to your hip, is that
I'm
correct?
bringing my left hand initially to my hip and then eventually,
Not to the head.
like in the direction of
It's
the
not
head.
actually coming to the head.
Yes, kick, step, cross, because but initially, it moves towards my hip, but then my hip moves out of the way by the time I'm getting to the here.
Okay, I get it.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to swing out and swing out. We're going to step, triple step, 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 triple step, kick, ball cross, triple step, 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 triple step, kick, ball change. It's going to be the kick, ball cross version to get us around to do the second one, kick, ball step. And that one you don't have to worry about changing the second one. But you could keep going if you wanted to.
But, you get dizzy all the time. Yeah.
It's going to be rock, step, triple step, 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 triple step, kick, ball cross, triple step, 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 triple step, kick, ball cross, triple step, 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 triple step.
Oh, and then a circle.
Yes.